Hi everyone, my name is Kendrick and welcome to ENFP Mail. Today I get to interview Alīna. So Alīna, welcome.
Hi.
So Alīna, you got your official typing results not too long ago. What was your official type?
Well, it's been a month now. It's MF, so an audio SC, FI, consume, play, sleep, blast last.
Okay, so you are an ESFP, that is blast last.
Yes.
What did you think and how did you feel when you got your typing results back?
I was shocked because true to the tradition, I was typing myself upside down. Only I thought that I'm SI lead. Okay, so the sensory, so that's cool. And well, it took me 3 days of processing and I totally saw it in the end. Yes, they are right.
So you thought you were an ISTJ then or something?
Yeah, pretty much. I got the middle right. Knew the FI, the masculine FI, I knew it as a savior.
Got it. So the middle part, you saw no problem. It was the observance.
Yeah. Yeah, and also I thought that I'm blast sleep, not consume play.
Oh, okay. Why did you think you were blast sleep?
Yeah, I was thinking about it. It's I thought that I have a big need for control, like controlling my life and my outcomes. What I understand now and recognize it as an anxiety that EPs tend to get. Yes, when the unknown is bothering me, and I thought that it was a need for control. I think that was what I was misunderstanding.
Talk about your demon and I. What is your demon and I like? And what kind of title you had because of demon and I?
So it's feminine. To be honest, I do feel it quite strongly. I do feel the need to think and arrange my future, and I do use it a lot, but it's through my SE to get my SE and the FI goals met, not in a way that an I lead would do. So yeah, now I see that the feminine and I have some avenues in my life pretty much set and planned out, and I'm just waiting and doing the steps necessary. But if it's about my processing and some abstract connections that are not my main goals, I tend to forget those very easily. It's like a shooting star, here and gone. So since getting typed, I have been trying to just write it down and try to sleep process like that. So yeah.
They said that double deciders have problems with fear. And for you, the fear is from the NI, the unknown. And
yeah.
the unknown is NI, so it's also control, some kind of controlling factor. Talk about your fear of the unknown because of that fourth function NI.
Yeah, very often it's the feeling that I'm not in control. So that is why I felt that I am control savior, because I feel the need to be in control. So if I recognize that I am not, it will cause an anxiety, and only way to fix it to take control. So that is one thing. And well, yeah, I have organized my life in such a way. It's so funny that I didn't recognize it, because I think it's been a very long time since I have had the feeling that outside influences or authorities are controlling me. So yeah, I have organized my life in a way that nobody has a say in anything that I do. For example, I do not have an employer or anything like that. I'm always been self-employed.
What do you do for your business? I guess your something.
So yeah, my husband owns a marketing company. But right, the last few years, I am a mother of a small child. So that's my main focus. And before that, we both of us were an online poker professionals.
Oh, poker. Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Yeah, Texas Hold'em, no limit.
Nice, nice. So you guys were really good then if you did it for a living.
Yeah, yeah, it must be.
Yeah.
So yeah, the off the grid life was the thing I was doing for a long time.
So that's very interesting. So you are Savior SE and you are an EP chaos person. So would you say that, you know, having a job where your main job is to play poker, wouldn't you say that's kind of chaotic? Because it's like, you know, you never know when you're gonna win, right? Like not everyone's gonna win. Sometimes you lose, sometimes you win. So it's very chaotic. Um, talk about
Yeah.
lead SE and being an EP.
Well, lead C, I have a double masculine, double activated lead consume, and it can be a problem. I will say that. I always have to control myself and control my emotions and urges. Thankfully, I've had a whole lifetime to do it, and I have become quite good at it, but still, it's something that always have to be kept in mind. I've had my vices and my poisons, and I've had to overcome them. But also, it can be used as a great force to achieve something, because that Fi, it's a function of desire. And whatever it desires, masculine Fi, you will just find a way to get it, I should say.
Talk about that that feeling of like wanting to gather, like that uncontrollable feeling that you want to gather. You know, like you talked about how you have that like, you know, you desire something or you want something, and you know when you're younger it's harder, right? When you want something, you want it now and you want to gather it now.
Yeah.
And I can relate with you because I'm also an EP. We're a
Yeah.
little bit different though because your gather is SE and mine is NE. So talk about that feeling. You know, what happens when that feeling bubbles up? You're like, oh, I need this now. I want it now, and you know, I'm gonna go get it now. You know, instead of having the discipline to control yourself, not to gather. Talk about your experience with that.
Well, one would be not being able to stop myself from indulging in junk food, for example.
Junk food,
In
okay.
food that, yeah, I know it's not good for me. I don't want it. But still, that is something to be always controlled. Like, also, I will have those obsessions. Like right now, I really like silk. You should see the number of silk blouses that I own by now, or scarves.
Yeah.
It's something like that. But also, I have unknowingly always recognized that it has to be managed and not to let it out of control.
So I'm curious. Since I'm not lead SE, I'm lead NE.
Yeah.
When you gather those physical objects or things, where do you put them? Like, do you just have like hordes and hordes and stacks of them in your home, or like what happens to them? I'm curious. You know.
Nothing really, because I have a quite minimalistic wardrobe, and if something comes in, something will go out.
Oh,
It's a rule that I made for myself.
Right.
And I do not own an excessive amount of stuff, but if I do choose to add something, I go through a set of rules, call it a system of control maybe,
Yeah.
but it it has to meet a lot of my expectations. For example, if I do purchase or an appliance or a garment, I will expect it to last me a lifetime, for example. I must promise myself that I will be maintaining it, taking care of it. And I just take it really seriously. If I gather something new, then it will get organized and used appropriately. I really do need it and use it. Something like that.
So you always buy high quality products so that you can use it for a very long time.
Yes, it's a philosophy that I have appropriated in the last few years.
Okay, that's really good with your NI, I guess. So your NI is supporting your SE, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I do use the NI, but it's for my C.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. That's really
Yeah.
um they say that people with SE find that things are not personal because I have SI, and when I have like a physical object, for me it's like personal, like it's mine. If someone takes it, I freak out, right? Or if someone touches my stuff, like I'm like, hey, don't touch my stuff. So SI people are very territorial with their stuff, but I heard people
Okay.
with SE are not. They're like, if I interviewed someone with Lindsay from our group. She has,
I know of her. Yeah.
yeah. So during our interview, she said if her whole house burns down today and she loses everything, she won't even care because things are not personal to her. What is your opinion about your personal belongings? Are they personal to you, or if you lose them, it's not like the end of the world? You don't really care because they're not personal.
I do care because I love my things, but it would not be end of the world for me because I can rebuild.
You can
But
regather.
still, yeah, of course, there are few things that if a fire happens, I will try to grab after my family is safe.
Gotcha. Okay, got it, got it. Um,
Yeah, but okay, but if a thing is not useful to me anymore, then I will gladly pass it over to someone who can use it. It's
got
not
it,
so personal. Yeah.
got it, got it. Okay, that's fair. Um, Talk about being a double decider. So do you see the perspective of yourself and the tribe, and you're pretty balanced with that stuff in the middle?
It seems to me that yes, my TE is double activated, by the way, and I was deliberating quite a lot if which was the savior.
I don't think your T is double activated because you have blast last, right? So
Yeah,
it's single
it is.
activated because your T only has you're only using it from play. You're not using it from blast because blast is fourth. So um,
Right. You are right. Yeah, I'm looking at my
yeah,
type. Yes, you are right.
you have double activated FI, which I'll ask you about that later. But
Yeah.
let's talk about your double decider first.
Okay. It's hard for me because my circle, people around me are mostly deciders, and in my circle, I am the most balanced with the tribe.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. So you
Yeah.
spend a lot of time with a lot of EJs and IPs, then would you say?
Yes.
Yeah. So
That's right.
they're blowing off their heads with people problems, and you're like, what's the problem? Like, what's the big deal? Kind of. Do you find yourself doing that? You're like having to explain to them like the perspective of the other person because they only see.
Oh, yes. Like it's not the end of the world. Of course, I will get upset or hurt, but I just can shift the perspective and see their point of view quite easily.
You
And
are
also,
so.
if something,
Yeah,
sorry.
Finish your sentence first.
Yeah, if something is bothering me, I am able to talk it out with the person.
Got it. And
Yeah.
but you're still self above tribe. So talk about being self above tribe.
It's just that ultimately I'm the one who makes the decision of if something fits me or not. I have not felt torn about it a lot in my life.
How do you experience your double masculine FI?
I would say that I appreciate it a little bit too much for a savior. I should probably recognize that I need to dial it down. Still looking for areas where it will turn out to be necessary, because the way I see it in my life path, and it has been difficult, I see it as an ultimate force that has gotten me out and saved me, because I have always been able to push on myself and push it on myself very hard. Before even the OP times, I just knew that I have a little Goggins in me. I saw that other people are not really doing that.
Let's talk about your demon sleep. What is your demon sleep like?
Well, first of all, I thought that it's a savior up until recently, so I did not recognize it as a demon. Well, I guess it's a hobby, so it should be quite present. Mm, the demon sleep. Well, let's say I will go like a little engine, go, 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 and crash. That is something that is quite prominent in my personality. And then I will be isolating myself for a week or two. I guess that's when the most of my sleep will happen.
Your sleep processing.
Yeah.
Your play and your sleep are in the middle, so you're pretty balanced with that. So you have play savior. That means you will expend your energy for the tribe, but when you feel like you've expended enough energy for the tribe, you're gonna retreat, kind of like, in your alone time.
Yeah.
So you know when you're running out of energy and you need to stop. So talk about your balance with energy expenditure and energy preservation. Like, when do you know when to hit the brakes?
Well, right now would be a good time because I've had quite a crazy summer. I think that in the next few weeks, I will put on a do not disturb on all of my devices and will just be lost to the world in some kind of book, for example. I'm not sure. But I do feel it. I do feel it when it's time.
I like how SD clear you are when you explain things. It's very, like, it's easy to visualize. When you describe something that you're doing in your life, like do not disturb sign. I think that's very it's very easy to kind of see. I want to go back to your FI. Do you have like an FI bucket list? Like things that you want to do in your life, like a must do, like I must do all this, before I die.
For sure.
Yeah, can you
Yeah,
share some of those in your list?
it's quite extensive.
Give me your top 10. Okay. Just a
Top 10.
yeah.
Well, okay. I want to visit as many countries as possible and spend quality time there. That would be one. I want to experience as many cuisines as I can. I want to spend my life with my family and always be surrounded by the people I love and take care of them. There are 3. Wow, I really should name separate countries to get to 10, right?
Yeah, okay, let's go with that. Tell me the 10 countries you want to visit, the top 10. Let's
Oh well, I'm savior gather. I can't prioritize like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I would start with those that are safe at the moment
Okay.
and work my way down to more dangerous waters later, and hopefully with time those countries become more friendly.
That's funny you don't want to narrow down. Um
Okay, Thailand would be my first choice.
okay, Thailand, okay. Okay,
Yeah,
got it. And which dangerous country do you want to visit the most?
dangerous country. Well, something in South America.
Which one?
Okay, Brazil, the jungle.
Amazon rainforest?
I would love to visit it, yes, but I'm scared.
I don't think Brazil is that dangerous as you.
Well, that must mean that I'm very sheltered because it does seem to me very dangerous.
Yeah, because I don't know if you know, but I'm a travel blogger, right? So
Yeah.
I've been to a lot of countries. So I think the most dangerous country in South America is Venezuela. And
Well, no, that I know it, yeah, and that would be way down the list.
yeah, but I would say Venezuela is probably also the most beautiful in the list because I've been there, right? Like I'm an EP like you, so for me it's like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
we're attracted to this kind of stuff, right? So I would say Venezuela. Colombia is not dangerous at all. Colombia is my favorite in South America, and it's not.
Seriously.
Yeah, it's so safe. I took the local bus,
So
everything.
you're saying I should stop being scared, yeah,
Well,
and just go.
you have the demon NI, so you're scared of the unknown, right? But like, but
Unknown people,
sorry,
unknown people.
unknown people.
Yeah, I guess that's a demon tribe, yeah.
Well, I didn't feel like in danger in South America. It was I thought it was completely okay. I mean, there's dangerous areas. I didn't go there, so just go to the good area, right? Don't go to the bad area. And then
Yeah, but where's the fun then? I want to see the alley.
okay, maybe that's where the SE and the NE is different. Because for you, you're like, I want to go to
Okay.
the dangerous area, but for me, I'm like, I'm happy to go to the dangerous country, but I don't need to go to the dangerous area in that country. But if you maybe that's why it's more dangerous for you to travel because you want to go to the dangerous area in the dangerous country.
I totally would, yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. Um, yeah. With that being said, I was with a smuggler before in South America by accident. Like I was in a
Yes.
yeah, like I didn't do it on purpose, but like I took a bus in a country called Guyana and I was stuck in the middle of the
Okay.
Amazon rainforest with a smuggler. So that's really
I'm glad you're here.
yeah, it was really crazy. Yeah. Uh
But was the smuggler a good person?
he was a alcohol smuggler, so it wasn't drugs.
Okay, okay. So that's reasonable then.
Yeah, he was smuggling alcohol, but he got caught by the the military. So I don't know. It was it was quite a crazy experience. I would not go through it again. It was my fault because I decided to take like a random van in the Amazon rainforest to go to the capital city of Guyana, and my gut told me I should pick like a reputable company, but
Yeah.
I was in a rush to go to the capital, and this company promised me they would get me there the fastest, and I should have never done that. I should just pick. Okay, I should have picked this the reasonable, the more, popular company that everyone takes, instead of rushing it, taking like this company that no one knows. And it turns out, yeah, it was like the company was a cover up for alcohol smuggling, and all the passengers got stranded. We got stranded in the jungle at 2 a.m. in the middle of the Amazon rainforest
Oh
with
my God.
no place to sleep, with insects that bite you. And when the mosquito that bite you, they lay an egg in your skin too, right? Um, it was really like it is like the very definition of chaos, I think. Yeah. So yeah, so I say that's out of
Did
it.
you
What's that?
did you think up scenarios for survival?
You know,
Like when
we're EPs, right? So
yeah.
when those kind of things happen, I think we are okay actually, because when that happened to me, I don't know what happened, but I just automatically took control of the situation. Like people were freaking out, but like I took
Yeah.
charge of the situation. Like I remember.
I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I would just look at the most capable people, then I would try to get them to be my friends, so we will be the group that will survive together. And then I would start think about the things that I need to toss from my bag and what I keep
Yeah.
to make the best chance of survival. I will automatically go into that mode, not panicking.
Yeah, I like your example that you provided right now, because it's very double decided too. Like it's like you know how to deal with people. You feel comfortable with dealing with people, because when I got stuck in a jungle at 2 a.m. in the middle of the Amazon rainforest, the first thing I did was I actually went to I don't know if the police or military guy so he confiscated the van that we were in, because our smuggler is pretty stupid, and he put the stuff he's smuggling on the roof of the car. If you're a smuggler, shouldn't you hide the stuff that you're smuggling? You need to hide it. You can see it on the roof. What a stupid idiot, right? And I'm like, what kind of stupid smuggler is this? You know. So the first thing I did, I went to the guy that like kind of confiscated the van, because he didn't arrest the guy. He said he's going to go to court, right?
Oh my God.
So I said to him, I'm like, can you just let us go? I went up to the guy, right? Because then all the passengers are stranded now. And he said, no. And I'm like, what can we do? We can't sleep anywhere because we're stuck in a jungle. He said, you can sleep in the van, right? But then there's insects that bite you and they lay an egg in your skin. So that part we can't avoid. And then the next day, I went up to him again. I said, how do we get out of this jungle? We're stuck in a jungle. He said, okay, well, just hope your luck up. A random, because there's no roads here. It's mud and dirt and rocks. That's the road that we drove in, right? It's like, it's not paved at all. So he said, try your luck, and maybe a random vehicle will pass by and let you hitchhike, right? And eventually a random like pickup truck did pass by, and we all ran to the
Okay.
we begged, can you take us to the capital city? And then he said, okay, I'll do it for 25 US each. I was like, well, obviously we have no choice but to pay him, right?
Okay, yes.
Yeah, but I ended up sharing like a one-seater, like imagine like a car seat that when you drive a car. I shared a seat like that with a big black guy. So because the seat was so small, one of my leg was up the whole time above where the gear is. So my back was hurting because I was on that vehicle for 8 hours before it reached the capital. So imagine one of your leg is up the whole time.
Yeah, but you were just happy you are getting out, right? No problems
But at that
at all.
point, I didn't care. I was like, you know what? I don't care about the pain. I know eventually I'm going to be out of this jungle.
Yeah, that's right.
So
you were moving in the right direction.
yeah. So I think in your case, if you ever travel and you go to like a dangerous place, I think you're going to be okay. Because I think as an EP, you just automatically will know how to deal with the chaos. It's like,
Well, actually, I was alone in Russia one time.
oh yeah.
And I traveled to this little town, Tverskaya Oblast, to visit my grandmother, my elderly grandmother, who is Russian. Oh my God, I step out of the train, there is goats eating grass on the middle of the road. There is no phone in the train station, and my grandma is not there. I was a teenager still.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So I went I went out of the station and I cried a little bit, which is very understandable.
Yeah.
So this so this guard comes up to me and then, well, I say my troubles, and he, okay, I will buy some credits on my phone, and he will give me his phone that he will just buy some credits so I can call my grandma, because my phone wasn't working for some reason in Russia. So yeah, I called my grandma and went in to the station to wait for her. So then some rapist came up to me.
Some what?
Some kind of guy who was trying to lure me out of
Oh my
the
God.
station.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Well, you could just see, just don't go out with him for whatever you do.
Yeah.
So I was sitting like that. Then maybe 10 to 15 army guys came. I guess the cute guy who gave me his phone called his friends, so come look, there is a young girl in the station, seems lost. Yeah, so they were standing, and I like to think that they were guarding me from the creep.
Yeah. That is.
Everything
Did your grandma,
turned out fine.
so
What?
your grandma obviously found you since you're here.
Yeah, it took some time because she's disabled, and but yeah, everything was fine. And also it was the middle of May, so I went to Russia in summer clothes like shorts and t-shirt, and yeah, it started snowing.
Oh my God, it's snowing in May in Russia.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
I thought, well, this is just great.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Never again.
You're having things.
Phone isn't working.
Yeah. Okay. So since we're in this topic, talk about your things problem. You just had so many things problem happen here to you. Because we said that double deciders are good with people, but when it comes to things, they freak out. So you had things problem. You're wearing shorts
Yeah,
in the middle winter in Russia. Well, it's snowing in Russia.
middle of May. Yeah,
Middle May. Your phone wasn't working. So like,
no,
it seems like with the people stuff, you kind of dealt with them problem. You dealt with that guy who was trying to lure you out the creep, and then and you dealt with the military guy that helped you. So you're okay with the people stuff, but it's like the things that got you.
yeah. It was the not checking if my phone is going to work outside of my country and things like that, for sure.
Yeah, I guess it was demon planning. You didn't plan for this to happen.
No, I was a teenager. I was a proper EP then.
Yeah, you're a proper EP. That's good. You. So are you Rush? Are you part Russian then?
Yeah, I'm a mix. Well, nationality wise, I'm part Belarusian and Latvian. Do
Oh,
you know? Yeah,
Bel-
Belarus.
so you're so
Yeah,
half Belarusian, Russian.
Belarusian. Yeah, right.
Okay, okay.
Nationality wise, but the side of my family are Russian speaking that are Belarusian.
Oh, okay. And then you're half Latvian then.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, got it. But are Latvians are you what's the word I'm looking for? Is it the same people as like Polish people? Kind of like what do you call it?
Well, the Polish people are Slavic people,
Yeah.
same as Russians.
So
Latvian people are Baltic people, a little bit different,
oh, okay.
more Scandinavian type. But um, Belarusians are Baltic and Slavic mix,
Okay.
something like that.
So Baltic people are you are not Scandinavian or Slavic. You
Slavic. Yeah, something else.
something else.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that there's something else. Okay, okay, okay. That's interesting. See, I'm gathering from
Uh,
you.
okay, yeah, but everything the same anyways. We are all the same.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Got it. Um, talk about being audio kinesthetic. So, do you learn best from sound and hearing?
I don't feel like that actually. I was quite sure that I'm double feminine
Okay.
because I feel that I learn visually.
Yeah.
Like I have a visual memory. I memorized that picture of a thing that I'm learning
Oh.
mostly.
So, what did you ask them about that? Did you say, "Oh, I think I'm double feminine"? Because you're very
No, I didn't because well, I was witnessing quite a turbulence with people who got their types back and were unsatisfied, let's just say. And I thought, no way, that is going to be me. So I supplied Dave and Shan with 4 hours of footage, like 2 hours of my self talking and then a few interviews. And then I promised myself they will get everything they need from that. And they were absolutely sure of the type they came to. So
well.
I just took some time to process it, and before I thought maybe if I will bring some objections to them, then it will be after some time of processing when I'm sure that it doesn't add up.
Okay. I mean, it sounds like you were typed accurately. It's just like a small, tiny detail, right? Like double feminine,
Yeah, it's
feminine.
sexuals, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Um.
do think that I do have masculine sensory in the end.
Okay.
I can be smashy.
Talk about the kinesthetic then. Talk about the smashy kinesthetic stuff.
Well, I have a hole in the wall that will testify for one.
Okay. Well, it looks like it looks like you're smashing.
Okay,
What?
yeah,
How did you make the hole in the wall? What did you do?
I kicked it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. You. Okay. There's no doubt that you are kinesthetic. That's
Well, they make some shitty walls these days, I will say.
yeah.
I still I still need to go to the Home Depot and then buy some supplies to fix it.
There's a Home Depot in Latvia.
No, but there's something called Depot,
Okay. Okay.
and okay,
Okay. I was like, what Home Depot's in Latvia?
well, it sells all the supplies you would need to fix up a home.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. There's no doubt that you're kinesthetic if you kick a hole in the wall. You know, even I'm masculine sensor. I don't even do that. You know, I think that's masculine SE, right? Like you like to projectile something. You know, like
Well, I can't even remember what got me to that point because it's not often, but I think my FI was hurt.
oh, um, so your consume is double masculine. What is double masculine consume? Are you like really aggressive when it comes to gathering things? Like super aggressive?
No, I just can become quite obsessed. If I like something, I will, for example, okay, those days are long gone, but I have binged watched some shows or series, like 15 seasons in 1 week,
Oh
something
my
like
god,
that. Yeah.
I see. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, now I'm a mother and those days are really long gone, but it is within me,
So you wish it you can bring back some of that moments where you can do that.
of course. It
Yeah.
felt like the ultimate freedom.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, before we talk about freedom, I just want to mention that I feel like my sister does something similar to you with that, like, you know, double masculine consume. I think my sister's an ENFP like me, but double masculine, double feminine. I think with double masculine consume. I think she's a mope, but like, she does go on a crazy, like, kind of like what you described. You know, super consume binge,
Yeah.
like watching TV shows or reading books or playing video games or like just there was one time in her life where every single day there was a new Amazon box outside the house because she ordered something every day, and every day there was a new box of like product that she purchased, you know. And she got a job as a nurse, and in Canada nurses make a lot of money, so she didn't care about spending money because it was easy for her to make. So she just every day she had a new item come to our house. I was like, you know, so I thought that's kind of like a good example of like obsessive consume. Um,
Well, yeah, I have done all of those things you just
oh,
named.
you've done it also. That's funny. That's double masculine consume for you, I guess.
I guess so.
I want you to talk about freedom. So, you know, EPs obsess over freedom. Talk about your obsession with freedom.
Oh yeah. So it's something non-negotiable for me. I think you would relate. I must feel in control of my own choices always. And if something infringes on that, then I will become anxious, very anxious. Like right now is a very hard time for me because we are for the first time in my life, I am considering to taking out a mortgage to upgrade our home. And it was something that I had decided that I will not do. My life will not be tied down by any corporation or authority that will have any say as much as humanly and logically possible.
Yeah.
So yeah, I am having second thoughts every day through this process. I just, it's not real. It's not real. It's not real. Everyone is doing this. The bank is not peeking through their windows.
Keep going.
It feels like I'm giving away my freedom for real.
Yeah. I like your story about getting a mortgage because I'm also deathly afraid to get a mortgage. I don't want to. I don't want to get one because
You really don't want to, right? So much.
I feel trapped. You know, like
Yeah.
yeah, like I owe this big amount of money. You know, like to the bank.
Yeah.
Like you know, and then now I'm stuck here forever. You know, like
Yeah.
sounds horrible. Um,
It does. Well,
but
my husband is a double observer, and he explained to me in detail, in very great detail,
yeah,
that it is the right decision, that in the end we will not only own a home after a period of time, but also will have invested the money we would have spent for the home and would own the investment portfolio and the home instead of just the home. So yeah, he's right. I understand that, but everything inside of me is just rebelling day and night.
I have a friend who lives in St. Petersburg. They are a couple, and I visited
Okay.
them last summer. It was my first time going to Russia. I went to visit them in their home, and they also travel a lot. They've been to 100 countries, and
Wow.
yeah, it's really cool. And you know, they do a lot of volunteer work. That's how they are able to afford to go to so many countries. So when they're abroad, they're always doing volunteer work because
Work away.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's work away. Yeah,
yeah, they do
one
work
way
away.
to
I've
say
done
it.
work away also. It's amazing.
Oh
If
yeah.
you've never done it, you know, definitely check it out. But
I have worked with a person who done work away
oh, in your
to renovate. Yeah, to renovate one of a small property we own.
oh, perfect. So that's yeah. Basically, so those guys, even though they travel a lot, the cool thing about them is that they have an apartment that is 100% paid off.
Yeah.
a one-bedroom apartment in St. Petersburg. So they said that no matter what happens to them, they will always have a home. And I just thought to myself, oh, that's like a freedom almost. No matter what happens.
That is amazing. Yeah.
Yes.
We own our home too, but we just thinking of, well, we are a family now. We are thinking of upgrading the space and renting out our current home. But it is amazing. It was a priority of mine.
Well, then you're okay then, because you already have one home that's already paid.
Yeah, yeah.
I think for me,
We never. Sorry.
no, I was just saying, like, I think for me, my fear of the mortgage, because in Canada, I live in Canada. So in the city I live in, Vancouver, if you want to buy a house here,
Okay.
it costs minimum $1 million Canadian, you know?
And sorry, how much is a Canadian dollar?
It's about 1.34 Canadian is $1. Or you could say it's 50 cents euros, maybe 50 cents euro, I think.
63
63 euros. Okay. Yeah.
cents, euro cents.
Yeah. So take 1 million times 63. So that was at 630,000 euros for one house here.
Oh my God. Is it a good house?
No, it's a shitty house. It's like that's a shitty, like an ugly shitty house is that much in Canada.
No.
Yeah. So
Wow.
because Vancouver is a safe haven, so a lot of people from China um, laundered their money into Vancouver and they purchased all the properties. And we have a huge amount of vacancy rate. I think it's over 30% vacancy rate. And they're just empty houses, you know, like empty houses or
Well, that's just not smart. Well,
yeah.
it's not right for the planet.
Yeah. But
Wow.
it's reality. So there's nothing I can do about it. So what I was thinking is like, okay, maybe I should go to Asia and buy a house there. And I don't have to purchase, I don't need to get a mortgage. I can just buy it because it's cheap to buy a property in Asia, right? And then once I buy enough property in Asia, I can sell them all and come back to Canada and buy one shitty condo or something, you know? So that's what I was thinking.
Well, that is not a bad idea. I know of people who are choosing to move to Asia, especially if their work is connected to it just online.
Well,
like some of our friends, poker pros, were doing that. They were living like in mansions in Thailand.
Yeah, they can live in a mansion there.
Yeah.
And the food is so good in Thailand too. Like it's probably the best food.
No joke. Yes, the best food.
It is, I think, one of the best places for food is Thailand. There's no competition almost, I think. Yeah. And
yeah, that's the reason I am prioritizing Thailand for my travels.
Yeah, the internet is fast. People are friendly. Most people can speak like basic English. You know, it's not hard to get around. So definitely a good choice in your part to prioritize Thailand. I have 3 more questions for you, and then we'll wrap up the interview because I actually have an interview coming up.
Okay.
So I have to wrap this up soon.
Sure.
So, the first one is talk about your double feminine blast. What is your double feminine blast like? And your blast last. So talk about the problems you have with your blast.
Well, firstly, it was the one thing in my type, official type, that quite shocked me, because I actually really felt that I'm a controlling person with blast savior. And yeah, double feminine blast. I've had some time to think about it. I don't feel as though I have troubles with expressing myself verbally, but where I do see it is in my unwillingness to control other people. Like the last thing on earth I would love to do is to be a leader of a team of people that needs to accomplish something.
Yeah.
Or I'm not someone who will lecture other people on their life choices. My advice, even if I strongly disagree, will be delivered in a very careful manner.
I like how you said the last thing you want to do on earth is to be the leader of a bunch of people because you don't want to tell them what to do.
Exactly, yes.
I think for me, it's like a little bit different from you. It's like, I don't want to be responsible for other people because I'm an EP and I don't like responsibility. So it's like,
Okay.
it's more like the responsibility issue. But I do have black here, so I am good at it. Sometimes I do get pissed off. I'm like, oh my God, like all the managers are double observers and they have no clue how to deal with people. And I have to step in and because they're like, they don't know how to deal with people. You know, I feel like double observers want to be the managers and double deciders don't want to be the managers. But double deciders should be the managers because they know how to deal with people, but like the EPs don't want the responsibility, the IGs don't want the chaos of it. It's like, it's like.
For me, responsibility for other people is not a problem.
Okay.
If I choose to take responsibility, I'm okay with that. Well, I have a rather troubled extended family, and I do understand that I'm a grown-up in that situation, even if they are a parent or something like that. So, okay, I'm the responsible one. That's fine. I just think that everyone should be free to make their choices and do as they please, even if I don't agree with it. I just don't feel the urge to push my view on.
Yeah, I think that's kind of like the sad thing. Like as a double decider, you have to be the parent of the double observer, even if they're older than you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of annoying, but it's true though. What you say is true. Um, my second question to you before the last question is, what advice
Okay.
do you give to people who are ESFPs like you with Demon and I? What can they do to
Okay.
improve their Demon and I so that they have less tidal wave from like lack of discipline or lack of self-control or lack of planning? So what advice can you give to those people, to your people?
Well, to my people, I would say to not be afraid of that NI, because it is a demon, yes, but it doesn't mean you have to be bad at it or have to like gain your confidence. I quite don't like that we are calling them demons. I much prefer to look at it like a talent that you are born with and you need to develop in order to be your best self. And you wouldn't learn to play violin just because you are born with the talent to do it. Well, just look at it in the same way. It's a talent that you are capable, and it will be your superpower if you develop it.
Yeah,
But any demon function.
I think you're completely right. I think calling it a demon is kind of maybe puts a bad label to it because
Well, it makes you feel like it's an enemy
yeah,
when it's not. It's something you need to develop, and it's completely possible. You just need to take the responsibility. I will be the person. And yeah, and a little bit more practical TE advice would be always come prepared to things and endeavors you really want to achieve. Just prepare, think it through.
got it. Actually, forgot to ask you a bunch of questions now that because I just heard you say NF stuff, which is like your sleep, right? You have NF sleep. So I'm kind of curious, what is your NF sleep like?
NF sleep. Is it Well, mostly it's very self-indulgent. I am making sure that every step of my life I will be content, happy, and safe.
Yeah.
And I just think ahead. Where do I want to be in 15 years? I imagine it. Then I think back how to achieve it. Then I will set up some metaphorical dominoes, some milestones that I do feel that in order to be someday able be there, I need to do now. Something like that.
Got it. And then I'm gonna change my last question for you. I'm gonna change it because I forgot to ask you a few questions. So just quickly, what is your ST play like? Oh no, sorry.
I think, okay,
Yes, what is your ST play like?
SCTE.
Yeah.
It's getting shit done.
Oh, so you're good at getting.
Mostly. Small talk is not my favorite thing, for example. I'm not sure if I'm good or bad at it, but how I see it is in a group, I love to achieve things together and be useful, be a part of a solution, not the problem.
Got it. All right, Alīna, thank you for doing this interview.
Okay.
It was great.
It is a pleasure.
All right, so bye to you and bye to everyone.
Bye.
And